Zdravím všechny, co se někde tady se vítejte u dalšího pokračování z našich genshinských dobrodružství dalekosáhlých u dílu 170, nebo ne, skoro 170, myslím 166, 7, 8, nějak tak, nevím. Nikdy jsem ty díly nečísloval uvnitř dílu, nemoc, in the moment, když to nahrávám, tak nemám moc zřetel, kolikátý to nakonec vyjde. Protože většinou mixuju order, kdy co udělám, nebo kdy co natočím. No, to pak rozmyslím. Něco rozpůlím a tak. Anyway, budíme se rovnou na quest. Máme side story quest před Archonlinkou a bude to Neuvilette. Bude to Neuvilette a Vrajzliho. V podstatě jako tady jediný. Takže ty budou teďkon, dá se říci téměř po sobě teďkon, rozdělení Archonlinkou. Takže se rovnou pustíme do Neuvillette. Rezidentního hydrodraka, což kdyby to nikdo nevěděl, tak prostě ten znáček tomu dává hrozně napovídat. The remains of the days past. No, tak to taky šlo. Takže se rovnou do toho pustíme. Paimon is curious by Neuvilette, so go talk to him. Go to the Páté Dobrodružství. Což je over here.
Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
What more questions could you possibly have? Takže nahráváme, ano. Tak, jdeme na to. Dobrý. Nějaký sidequest tady uvnitř dokonce. Hey, Sedine.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuvilette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neuvilette! Sedine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. This is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Planning to break into a new industry? I can introduce some amazing detectives.
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusi named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist...
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
Delivery note, že
Judging from Sedine's
Fontaine's killer
reaction,
just
it
now
must be
threat
pretty
letters.
rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
no, je to rare, protože nemá čas, protože každý den musí judgeovat, takže nemůže si prostě vzít day off.
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events.
Což by taky vyřešil, kdyby to judgeování dělal taky někdo jiný než jenom on. To by jako hrozně pomohlo. Proto třeba v našich těch zemích nemáme jen jednoho soudce, nebo řekněme na každý, prostě na celou zem prostě 1, 2 soudce, ale celý svaz soudců, prostě několik najednou. Zatímco Neuvilette prostě má to je jako kdyby jsme na Českou republiku měli jenom Neuvilette, prostě jenom jednoho soudce na celou zemi, na všechny soudy, co jsou v zemi. Jako to nedává smysl.
There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all
Se nedá
this,
divit.
so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Something from the past coming up today. Jak nečekaný pro Genshin. Co jinýho? Can you explain?
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled.
Damn.
From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Holy shit. Carol spáchala sebevraždu? Really? In my Genshin game? Wow, tady aby někdo umřel tak legitimně, tak prostě se musí stát prostě takový ranec věcí. A tady prostě Melusina spáchá sebevraždu. OK. You consider that your perpetrator's real target? Seems like they're using Melusines against you.
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
Protože jsi technicky toto drak.
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
Yeah, the Hydro Dragon Sovereign.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
If you put it that way, we are also outsiders to Fontaine too.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations
I
anyway.
když my jsme outsideri úplně všude.
In your investigation. Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon started.
I will write my note of absence right away.
To it.
Let us depart.
Yeah, let us depart. Writes a note for Ina, sets it on the desk.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
Trošku to opoženo, aby jsme vyrazili.
So Neuvilette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things.
That happens. Reminiscence of days
I'm
past.
thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro
jistotu.
Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate...
Kdyby byl idiot, by to říct, protože to by prostě... Kdyby to řekl prostě normálním lidem.
As a dragon out of water.
Za prvý, proč by to říkal? Za druhý, to nedává moc smysl.
Let's stick with the previous version.
Jako,
thought I'd see him here. Does any...
jako doslova, ale zní to divně. A taky by lidi byl, wait, ty seš drak? What?
The
Je
weather's
to-
amazing today.
To pravděpodobně hodně lidí neví. Kiara! He's pink.
Kiara,
Monsieur Neuvilette! Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you. Aw, she's adorable! Hey there, it's nice to meet you.
a lot of them are.
Thanks for the compliments. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me.
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who always triggers you, someone who follows you up from behind.
Ah! Did you think... No, I
Nah!
don't remember meeting anyone like...
So
Do you
what was
still
the
have
A
letter
for?
with you? I want you to show me what it says.
What was the A?
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Yep,
Now then,
it is a letter.
get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions.
Are they concealing their identity on
We
purpose?
can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mammonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place like...
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe with us around anyone's scheme. Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please
Might be
take
much
care
sure
of
than we
Kiara.
think.
We'll
Take
take you to
care.
the last place right away. So, Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvilette. That must have been a long time ago. Carol?
Oh,
Didn't Neuvilette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago.
they're eternal
Big
too.
sister to you. My memory isn't that good, but Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh, Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
Oh no. Někdo nás fotografuje.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us. Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Yes.
They're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
Yeah, we're protecting Kiara.
Did you run into any trouble?
It's not really trouble anymore with us around.
Já určitě to není. Někdo vás sleduje, ale určitě to není ten... Ne vrah, ty vole, je jediný slovo, co mě napadlo. Ten culprit prostě. Protože díky tomu, že na té postavě mám skin, tak prostě vím přesně, co se děje. Obzvláště s tím foťákem. Samozřejmě, že naše populární Steambird reportérka samozřejmě se nemůže nechat ujít ten scoop a ten případ. Takže samozřejmě, že se o to bude zajímat a její růžová hlava tak s tím rohem od Zerotu prostě vyniká spoza toho květníku. Že mi to je jasný nahned, to je mi nahned jasný. Ach jo.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go.
Co jako dívá skrz okno a that's it?
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. What were you inspecting? I took a look around the shop. Neuvilette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see the residual stains for some time.
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at?
I think there's someone over there.
Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
Někdo vás sleduje, ale ta je za váma, ne před váma. Je tam pořád? No. Ale že také stojí na randlíku u vody. Jako docela brave. Najednou je tady. Jak se přemístil? Hi.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha!
Kač! Found ya.
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Reporterka.
Paimon, you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
What are you doing here?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation.
Because it is.
I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvilette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't... Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
I don't think you would agree.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. Oh, what a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
All right, then.
Kiara is in danger of being kidnapped and killed.
What?
And it happened before.
Targeting a cute little Melazine.
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines. Anyway, I'll get going now.
Yep. Take care.
Well, that was a nice chat.
Mezitím Kiara už bude dávno v tahu, vole. Dobrý. Klorinda, to je výborně. Clorand.
The design looks
Takže všechno je good.
I think it's great.
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Clorand,
Lidi se
what are you
nabalují.
doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvilette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Já, protože tvoje bubola jsou speciální.
Neuvilette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvilette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on.
Seems like a good idea. Byl by to špatný nápad, kdyby Klorinda sama byla ten kidnapper.
How's your work been?
Same as usual. My schedule normally isn't too packed, so...
Ooh. Then
She has a
shall we
lot
go
of
out to
time.
play? I've even signed up as a volunteer lifeguard. I'm really good at swimming, so
Oh, that's cool. That's cute. Well, back to the Palace Mermonia, all the way back. Když už to se kouknu, jestli dám nějaký kuličky navíc. Nope. And now we'll see what is going on over here.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Clorand. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hand.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I've come up with two
Decade?
plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through
True.
them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Alright. Well, Risley about the representative council proposal, about the bribery case, smuggling case. The defendant Risley has confessed to his crime and was declared guilty. Risley will be exiled. He will be serving his sentence. Yeah. Okay. Jakož tam je, ať už jako vedoucí nebo ne, tak je v tom Meropídu z nějakého důvodu. During the trial, Nahida remained silent for a long time. Bribery case. There have been severe bribery scandals within the guard, mezigardisty. The special security and surveillance patrol investigated the case. All suspects has been arrested. They have confessed to the crimes. Representative Council proposal. To collaborate with Merchant's Phantom on certain events. Based on research, I believe that Melzins can enhance the popularity because they're cute. And they have right to respond, however, it is not prohibited the Melzin from participating in such activities. About Spina di Rosula. Yeah, Calais boss of senators were defeated in the duel, but serious injuries. The defense and all come to a close. There were no judgment or trial. Good extent of of judgment in this case, or is this under investigation? Yep. Když on kouká na ty vzadu a ne na ty na stole, takže jako... Neříkal, ať se to podíváme obráceně, že my se můžeme podívat tady na ty vzadu a různě kolem po místnosti a že on si prohlídne ty na stole. A místo toho my si prohlížíme ty na stole a on si prohlíží ty vzadu. Jako to... Jako jebe mi, nebo to fakt říkal? Anyway. Smuggling case. Solved by the joint forces of guards and merchants Fontaine. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix for a list of names.
Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there are so many documents lying around.
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon.
All right, let us take a break.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Well,
Pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mimonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps?
Ooh, drinks! Thank you!
do you have any drinks?
Paimon wonders what Neuvilette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like D-Luke.
Hey, D-Luke mentioned. Never mind, and bring back several glasses.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
Well,
So it's just plain old...
What did you think it...
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more... sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
what?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact,
No.
there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tivat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa Village, and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products. Water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
Ah, this place. Is there any difference, or are they all just water?
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa Village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda Village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Hey, teď jsem najednou all in. Let me taste water.
What do
Samozřejmě
you think?
nevidíme.
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all.
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your taste.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
Maybe.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
Jo, všichni ostatní draci lidi nesnášej. So why are you different, boyo?
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Is there anyone who can answer those?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
Oh, jaké existenciální. I see.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
The Fountain of Lucine?
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that?
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Au. Můžu to přímo přečíst znova. Fountain of Lucine. Let's see. Uvidíme, co se stane, když půjdeme přečíst magickou fontánu.
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Not really. Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Neuvilette, what exactly are you... Oh, it's glowing!
Holy shit. Z toho udělá reflektor, vole, nebo co? A wave of dizziness washes over you and the world swirls away. And we wake up. The fuck? Everything's different. Looks different. Should take a look around. Boy. Old times? Is this old times? No tohle je jiná fontána, ale pravděpodobně použitý stejný objekt. Protože... Takhle je sever. Do mapy mě to nepustí. Ale jo, takhle mám myš. Podle mě ta Fountain of Lucine je tady. Že tady to bude tady někde bude ta linka, to vodní taxi. Tady se někde vystoupí, tady se jde, tady je zatáčka a tady někde bude ta Fountain of Lucin s tou velkou budovou, nevím jak se jmenuje. Takže nás to portlo prostě po jednu fontánu zpátky za zatáčku. Ale jsme pořád relativně blízko. Skvělá.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvilette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. But I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
S tím taky
I
rezonuje.
understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Aww.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead.
Now you're all positive.
I suggest that you
Ale
inform
tak
both
později
Frank,
nebudeš
the
je spáchat
captain of the Special
sebevraždu.
Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concern?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future.
Hello.
Later in
Can I help
life.
with anything?
Later in life má už uniformu.
Thanks, but no need.
Oh,
Tada, 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 tada.
hello. I'm Carol.
Get away from here!
Please, calm down.
Hard to. Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe
Byli to
Neuvilette allowed them
pravděpodobně
into
první.
the court of Fontaine just like
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well.
Go away!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvilette in cahoots with you. So tell me, how can
Blah,
you
blah, blah.
guarantee that you Melusines aren't involved in
Gee.
anything that...
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified
Hey, this is
rumors,
the
if you
Vautrin.
continue insulting members of the Maréchaussée Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
Thank you.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Really?
You heard that?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Neuvilette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
Uh-huh.
Monsieur Neuvilette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
No. A pak vejde někdy i osoba X do místnosti a tam Doki Doki Litter, co stál, visí ta Carol z lustru a vyvěšená.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvilette, even with all our powers combined.
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvilette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this.
Come to what? The Fontaine.
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvilette too!
Oh yeah?
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
A jsme zpátky v Fontány. A grand finále téhleté vzpomínkové tour. Vautrin.
The results of the
What is your
investigation are
stance?
in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carol into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvilette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carol chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carol might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvilette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
Oh.
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvilette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvilette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
OK. Takže jde osobně vyvraždit všechny konspirátory a pak prostě odejít a exilnout se. Následně za to. Well, makes sense to me. So what's the problem here? We get to go in.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol, and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... We should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvilette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Emotion begins to
Vautrin
rise.
sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents... Please, think about it. If the same thing had...
Yeah, that's right!
Blah, blah, blah.
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol.
Monsieur Neuvilette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, I understand your decision.
There
Which
we
is
go.
why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvilette, please give this...
Vautrin, my friend.
Neuvilette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely
Jsem
followed
myslel, že mu to
every one of
projde?
your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Is this what justice means to you?
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
I mean... Kdyby je zavraždil, a pak rovnou odešel a nevracel se do toho Fontaineu. To bych udělal já. To by prostě bylo normální. Ale proč se vracel? Jako by prostě čekal, že Neuvilette mu prostě bude lízat boty za to, že prostě vyřešil problém. A že prostě jo, to, co přesně chtěl, by si udělal. Děkuju. Really? Really? Tvůj kolega ti řekl, že to určitě si nepřeje a že to je taky vyloženě zcela obviously protizákonný. Prostě páchat v killing spree. Jako, co si kurva myslel?
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the fountain of Lucine to boil over, due to my negligence. The overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the Garden of Fontaine and you declared Vautrin guilty.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it?
Yeah.
In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing?
Navia!
I was just about to
Hey.
look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia! Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Ata.
Do you think there'll be any
Nice.
problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
And let's go. Ale ne úplně, protože se něco stalo.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Chtějí všichni interview s Neuvillem a mít jeho autogram, nebo co?
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is—
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself! Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to think about how much we owe them.
Yes, yes.
Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you
Okay. Komunita se mobilizuje.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that. Nope.
Have you
We're
had dinner
definitely
yet?
strolling by.
Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right. Let's go buy a cake or something.
You should never skip meals. Especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect
Gotcha.
chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
come and fight me instead, you
Have you heard? Even the special patrol— Shh! Look!
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion.
By dělá věci ještě víc nezvladatelný.
Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Return to the Palais. Zpátky port na Statue of the Seven. Yeah, let's read about the smuggling case.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be...
What does it say?
V připojeném dosiéři.
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Ten threatening letter nebyl podepsaný.
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navia about it?
Monsieur Neuvilette, someone claiming to be from the Spina Dourasula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should...
Yeah, we can head over and take a look real fast. Tam musím dojít. Open the door. And leave the palace, Mermonia.
I could get used to this.
I bet you could. No. Melee dolů. Dobrý. Mě to zachytilo ve vzduchu a Child by dostal 1 vle spádu. Bych ho musel pak rezurektovat.
Hey Navia, we're here!
She's sitting right there. Please sit down.
Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there,
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Zandra, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
but... oh well.
Yes, that's me.
Nějaké essay? Yep, that's me.
Your essay?
Yes, monsieur, Nervy.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
Alright then, let's head to the fortress right now.
Alright. Zdá se, že případ se rozlouskává přímo před našimi očima. Máme vyloženě čaplýho toho týpka, co napsal ten dopis. Jo. Yeah, I think they will make me do this. Potřebuji asi mluvit to recepční. Nějaké informace. Okay, event. Well. Na druhou stranu, jelikož to je takhle ve stejné epizodě, v díle, tak jako můžu. Protože dáme si takový taste test toho, co bude příště, protože literárně díl po tomhle bude ten Archon Quest, ten 5. to pokračování, nebo finální rozuzlení. Takže to asi ničemu nevadí.
Please sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Meropide via the regular channels.
Jo, nebo v tom ten 5. akt začíná tím, že náš investigation lomeno undercover operace tady jsou u konce a oficiálně jsme propuštěni z toho fortressu.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and...
Jo, ten Fortress of Meropide se potápí ze zdola nahoru a je takovým lehce questionable stavu, takže...
What's happening?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
Let's go ask the Duke.
Okay, can we now? Vážně potřebujeme Jako vyloženě potřebujeme mluvit i s ním. Aby, tak se ten quest týká i tady toho fucking Wrightsliho, vole. Jako logicky by bylo, kdyby jsme tu někoho hledali se zeptat přímo Wrightsliho, obzvláště když Neuvilette prostě sem dám napřímo sám. Ale jako, come on! Ten pátý já chci nechat celý co nejvíc separátně prostě na jindy.
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvilette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened. By the way...
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Wait, seriously?
Today is the day we say goodbye to the fortress too.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we got the papers.
It's you two.
Sigewin!
Are you leaving now? That's right! Today is our last day in prison! But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice!
Yeah, a lot of people helped out.
Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now. Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy.
Ah, so you do
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
Yeah, that's alright. It's not like we'll never visit again.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stick. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Sumeru is finished. That's the end of another chapter, and we should probably go report to him now. Next up, you're going to see Monsieur Neuvilette?
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
Ty string of troubles, který řešíme, který potřebujeme, abyste vyšli někam do háje.
If you're concerned about things at the Palais, why don't you take some time to go up and check things out? I believe you should still have some vacation time to spend.
Thank you for being so understanding. It means a lot. It's been some time since I've gone to the surface. I must say that I've started to miss it a little.
Nemá Sigewin taky nějaký ten quest? Je tu. Má side story quest. I am excited. I am exited. Still not enough. I guess I need to go all the way out. But all the way out. Kolik z toho questu potřebuji udělat, abych mohl jít do úplně jiný lokace, tyva? Tady to už se týká toho paláce, tyva, to se netýká tý větoj vězení. A nebo to, že prostě z toho předešlého aktu v Wrightsli a Sigewin tam stojí v té kanceláři a jsou manuálně tam placnutí, že mají konvo, se kterou můžete interaktovat, tak to se počítá jako, že jsou zaměstnaní v questu. Takže potřebuji udělat jeden krok ještě navíc, abych ten palác tady měl jako předešlou lokaci, aby ta předešlá lokace se unloadnula konečně. Jo. Já jsem se na to dát focus mode, nebo... Když má to jen tak nejde.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt!
City.
It's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neuvilette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me. Would you mind helping me take a look at...
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here.
Everyone's so busy.
Yeah, everyone's real busy. Flower transition. Semi-smooth.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Hey, da-da-da.
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right, and we came here to see you right away.
Yeah, but it happened since the Primorossi incident. That was a dream regarding child.
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
He's not from Fontaine, so he won't dissolve.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself.
There is something we'd like to ask you about.
Yes? What is it?
What was that tremor earlier?
Oh, right! Paimon felt it too! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
Uh-oh.
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people then?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her!
I would also like to go there
Spin
as soon
the
as
result,
possible,
please.
but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophe. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
There's no time
Sure
to lose!
thing.
Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Tak, teď je on jako last location extra convo. Yay! Continue current quest. And continuing current quest remains of past day, jo to chci. Current quest je remain, takže continue current quest. Unfinished comedy. What the fuck is unfinished comedy quest? S tím nemám co dočinění. Can I please?
No time to lose.
Hey,
It's Monsieur Neuvilette.
there we go. Back in our normal business. Hello.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
Did the rest about the threat letter Chiara received?
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine?
Sigewinne!
What happened? Sigewinne!
Melazine and Chiara received a tangle letter.
And we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be in Really? Is Chiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Wriothesley.
Okay.
Wriothesley.
I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concern. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for...
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvilette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Já to věřím.
Please come with me to the infirmary. And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Okay, no combo. Is there anything on the same level? This one.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Huh? Infirmary.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Typical Sigewinne. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
The criminals we passed by earlier.
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them.
A já se navíc teleportoval za všechny z nich.
But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go. You're not exactly a sight for sore eyes around here.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Prostě dostat Neuvilette jako prostě encounter z ničeho nic, to by jako... by úplně nemohlo dopadnout, nemuselo dopadnout úplně nejlíp. Šparko. Já mám jednu věc, jsem chtěl upravit, to nemám tady, ale... Charakterka, protože ji nemám. Sigewinne. To bylo nějak přes ten číselník, každé číslo dělá něco jiného. Typnul jsem dobře. Si mohu dát ten flotující bitlík, protože to bylo lehce takový divný. Investigate the organization.
Anything you need? Oh, this?
What is
Are
the
you
badge?
interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We
Neříkej.
have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Okay. Milrao.
Interested in joining the mutual aid if you'd like to learn more?
Have to look for just a do it. There's just judgment. Generic shit.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal here, this book is...
Aureole.
You two look kind of familiar. It's the symbol
band.
of, from what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Medal of Peace?
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was,
Yep.
he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
Yay.
Gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvilette.
Yep. Víme přesně odkud vítr fouká, jak se říká. A je to interesting to say the least.
Did you manage to gather any
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
On je rozdával, takže samozřejmě, že jo.
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol in Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh, so the network was inspired by...
Monsieur Neuvilette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
A zpátky do jeho ofisu. Ten ale má naštěstí teleport relativně blízko.
Yep.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvilette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down.
Wow.
I merely
Kill
want
me?
to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Maréchaussée Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
Interesting story.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusines? Over that?
I think that's not an excuse, by the way. He's just
The initial
hopeless.
target was Neuvilette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melusines to salvage things. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to but the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sijouin, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later.
Alright. Yeah, away.
So, Monsieur Neuvilette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
Quite a bit.
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this.
400 years.
Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back.
Monsieur Neuvilette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Adventures like that won't ever happen again.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
Coś se stalo.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Když on potřebuje pomoc, tak v dnešní době už je mnoho lidí, kteří jsou připravení a ochotní mu pomoci, když by náhodou upadl.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? What?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have two more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going to...
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way.
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network.
Yep. Neuvilette thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, How he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Doesn't he hate Neuvilette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvilette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one.
Takže to udělal celý pro něj.
That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
Jo, že všichni ty lidi, co ho nemuseli, čekali, že Neuvilette bude patolízalsky prostě prohlásí svého kamaráda za not guilty a prostě mu bude házet co nejvíc kostí a prostě bude se snažit sám, jako i když je judge, to prostě ho nějak zachránit. Tak jako nějak zahájil ten movement v té vzpomínce, že prostě je nevinný a snažil se naklonit ty vodováhy prostě na to not guilty. Ale tím, že ho stejně i přesto prohlásil guilty, jim ukázalo, že i když je to jeho kamarád, tak prostě, že ho prohlásí guilty, protože je guilty.
I don't have anything to say.
Okay.
Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Hlavně, že když jsme to byli sami na ten Páté, tak can you please see us off? Můžeš ho prosím doprovodit? Ach jo. Follow Neuvilette.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. Hey, any comments?
What I really think is every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
As Hydro Dragon Sovereign, Neuvilette still thinks of himself as an outsider because of who he is. But so much time passed since then. Perhaps the line between him and humans have long since been blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Hey, you're welcome. Cinematic.
Huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
What are you sad?
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Aww.
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
Navia taky.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvilette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melazines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvilette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Nope. He's happy right now. Hey, sunny day. Já mám lehká přeháňka. Jej. Ještě pár osob, který zběhneme všechny najednou, koukám hezky v řadě.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melazines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way...
At the Palais Marmonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvilette,
Yep.
would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me,
Yay.
I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our
Nice.
investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Why? Poisson? To se týká poissonu, jako... Tak je zajímavé, že všichni tři tady prostě stojí a četujou. Well... Disaster and Poisson. You know what? Já to tady pro sebe ukončím, pro vás to bude střih a zeditnu tam ten konec a pak ten půl na závěr. Ale trošku to, jelikož tyhle ty dva questy jsou z nějakého důvodu jsou giga provázaný, tak což už jednou teďkon v minulosti tam budou muset udělat střih, kdy editnu ten začátek toho 5. aktu na ten díl, kdy ho budem dělat. Takže tady pro sebe teďkon v tomhletom jednom dni to ukončím teďkon, udělám ten půl, ale mezi tímhletím koncem a ten půlem ještě nastřihnu ten konec toho Neuvillova questu. Až se k němu, ale který udělám, až udělám ten 5. akt, taky na jeden vers. Takže tady bude střih. A uvidíme se u ten půl. Hey, Kiara! Jaký je tvůj status? No, she's sleeping.
Kiara?
Huh? Monsieur Neuvilette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Yay.
Thank you, monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, Kiara, our dreams have finally come true. I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvilette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. Jej. Tak a tohle je kurentní vyšpul pro tuto dobu, kdy to nahrávám. Možná se do 5. aktu a tím pádem konce Neuvillového questu dostanu v bodě, kdy se ty time limited, ty 2 půly změní, ale to není pod mou kontrolou. Anywho, jsem se burnoutnul na minulých těch půlech na ty předešlý postavy, co jsem chtěl dropnout, myslím ještě před Skrk, která byla teďkon před Mauvikou, teďkon tady. Už nevím, kdo to byl, ale chtěl jsem to dropnout, ale dropnul mi někdo jiný, myslím i to mi dropnul. Nebo někdo prostě 5-starový, někdo unrelated mi dropnul, takže jako minimálně by to znamenalo, že mám garanci, že ten další 5-star dostanu, jako ten promovaný. Ale jako Emilie určitě nechci, myslím, že se jmenuje Emilie. A Mauviku jako I would take her, ale nepídím po ní úplně. Obzvláště když jsou určitý jiný 5-stary, po kterých prahnu ještě víc. A další velký update bude nová postava, která bude 5-starová. Plus ta druhá promovaná postava vedle ní bude taky docela zajímavá, kterou bych myslím taky chtěl. Takže možná se budu fokusovat na to. Ale pro tento díl dám double pull tady, protože mám 90 pullů tady a potřebuju to sdělat. Takže se to krásně hodí. Možná dostaneme další Skyward zbraň, vole. Kdo ví. A půjdeme na to. Může padnout jakýkoliv charakter z jakýhokoliv konce, takže to bude extra randomizer efekt. Takže na to. Prosím, nějaký dobrý 4-star. Strangless hned ze začátku. Wow, tak to začínáme hodně v trashi. Useless ass garbage, vole, 4-starová zbraň. Hlavně když chci, hlavně charaktery a ty konstelace, hlavně. Ne, oni tam je tam prostě... Jo, aspoň něco, vole. Dobrý, bylo z toho jo, konstelace na ní se definitivně bude hodit a upotřebí se. Časem možná najde své místo. A máme ještě druhý ten půl dosady. Takže prosím, nějaký dobrý 4-star, který používám. Jo, je tak nějak uprostřed v mezníku oblíbenosti. Jsou definitivně víc hot 4-stary. Lanian! Hell yeah! Další konstelace na Lanian budou extra helpful. To jako není vůbec k zahození jako ve 4-starové hierarchii. Yep. Just Lanian, ale je tam. A jsem tu mám ještě... Jo, u Candice jsem zdělal friendship level 10. Burning winds of the past may ruffle the heron's feathers, but the bird has eyes only for the morning star at first sight. Že jo, má druhou konstelaci. Rebelská je skill Moonjade Descent je Ultina. While affected by the adept legacy called by the Ultina, if the white reddish explosion hits opponents, energy will be restored. Takže když explodujou a dá to ten damage, tak to ještě bude restaurovat energii zároveň jako přídavný efekt. Docela dobrá utilita. Bude to moct víc a častěji používat. A máme tady definitivně jet. Sunrise. Dance vestments billow like rainbow jade. While the swallow wisp shield, neboli skill, is active when you active party member is normal attack damage. Takže když máme štít a dáme normal attack damage, 40% of the shield's damage absorption will be restored up to its original absorption maximum. Takže prostě tím zaručíme, že ten štít praskne jenom tím, že mu dojde duration. A že prostě jak budeme normal atakovat, tak ten štít prostě si bude konstantně restaurovat ty svoje hápka. Nice. To je hodně nice. Jakou má duration, by the way? Shield duration 12,5 sekundy. Což tam taky může být v konstelaci, že třeba bude delší ten štít. Tady to jsou ty level upy. Luster's Moonrise, to je myslím ta ultina. Elemental Burst, to je Moonrise, je tam napsaný, jej. Elemental Mastery of Party Members Increase, takže Elemental Mastery Boost po ultině. A Penance gains one additional charge. Jo, to je ten skill. Takže ten skill prostě dostane druhý charge, jo, takže bude jako Sucrose. Jako ona ta ultina u ní vypadá jako ten skill u Sucrose, takže jako už tak jsem je měl v hlavě lehce spojený, ale když bude i ona mít double charge vole na to, tak jako come on. No. Byl velmi úspěšný den. V době, kdy tohleto teďkon vidíte tohoto, tak jsem nastřihnul pro mě z budoucnosti šuš. I do not wonder. Tak pro mě v budoucnosti jsem nastřihnul ten ending z toho Neuvilova questu, o kterém zatím nevím. Ale jenom co jsem doprošel do teďka, to byl hodně postavami nabitý quest a byl hodně cool. a byl jsem hrozně nadšený a napjatý prostě z hromady momentů napříč, takže jsem velmi rád, že jsem participoval. Takže to bude ode mě všechno. Velmi vysoké hodnocení na Neuvillu sidequest. A to bude ode mě všechno. Takže to bude ode mě všechno. Děkuji, že jste se dívali. Uvidíme se u 5. aktu a dobrou noc.